Hello again. I'm Miss Lee, and we're back at the Wellesley Free Library for more stories. Let's sing our gathering song. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine, a little friend of mine. He comes from the mountains of West Virginia. And this is what he does. Does he remind you of anybody? Well, he's made out of wood, and I can remember a little puppet that was made out of wood that wanted to become a real boy. Do you remember that puppet? Pinocchio. But look, his face doesn't have a nose on it. So how can he become a real boy if he can't have a nose that grows when he doesn't tell the truth? Let's look again and see anybody else he reminds you of. Whoops! Well, he's running. Do you know a little guy who runs? Well, this little guy ran so fast he lost his arm. So that little guy is the Gingerbread Man. And I have a special rap I learned from Sharon Kennedy called the Jazzy Gingerbread Man. That's what we'll do next. There once was a gingerbread man. He jumped out of the oven and said, "Look what I can. Hey, look what I can do. Bee-bop-a-loo, catch me if you can." I said, "Catch me if you can." The old woman ran and the old man too. "I think next time I'll make gingerbread stew." Then right out of the door ran the gingerbread man. He said, "Look what I can do. Bee-bop-a-loo, catch me if you can." I said, "Catch me if you can." He ran by a cow and the cow said, "Moo, come over here, boy. I'm gonna eat you. Gingerbread man, you're looking fine. Gingerbread man, I'm gonna make you mine." He said, "Look what I can do. Bee-bop-a-loo, catch me if you can." I said, "Catch me if you can." The gingerbread man ran right by a horse. "Nay, sugar baby, you'll be my main course. I'll take you for a ride in the gingerbread hills. I'll fill you full of gingerbread thrills." He said, "Look what I can do. Bee-bop-a-loo, catch me if you can." I said, "Catch me if you can." The gingerbread man ran up to a lake. "Say what? No way, there must be some mistake. I can't swim at all. I'll get soggy and I'll drown. This big old lake is really getting me down." "What's shaking?" said the fox sitting by the side. "Climb right upon my back. I'll give you a ride." "You'll give me a ride like the cow or the horse, the old man, the old woman. You'll eat me, of course." "Not me," said the fox. "You ain't my kind of meal. I don't like gingerbread, so what's the big deal?" The gingerbread man looked him up and down. He had to get on the fox to get out of town. "You got me now, and you got me good. I don't know whether I could or should." "Relax," said the fox. "Man, you think too much. When you get to the other side, you'll strut your stuff. You'll say, 'Look what I can do. Bee-bop-a-loo, catch me if you can." I said, "Catch me if you can." The gingerbread man climbed on the fox's back. The fox was a swimmer, and that's a fact. My feet are getting wet, said the gingerbread man. Climb right upon my head, get yourself a tan. Look what I can do, bee-bop-a-loo. Catch me if you can, I said, catch me if you can. The gingerbread man, he was riding high. He was feeling no pain, and that's no lie. Give me 5, said the fox. We're almost there. See the sand, see the trees, dig the atmosphere. The gingerbread man stepped on the fox's nose. The fox's mouth opened and then it closed. I'll tell you the truth now. It ain't no jest. Gingerbread tastes best when you eat it fresh. Here's another version of the Gingerbread Man story by Eric A. Kimmel. And I like what it says at the very end. That wasn't the end of the gingerbread man. The gingerbread man has gone away, but he'll be back some other day. For gingerbread men return, it said, when someone bakes some gingerbread. Now, what did the gingerbread boy put on his bed when he was making it up? Cookie sheets. And why did the gingerbread girl go to the doctor? Well, she was feeling crummy. Let's look at a book about the gingerbread girl. The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox, pretending to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. A year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy. They were lonelier than before. Let's bake again. Oh, but what if the same thing happens? Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. She is sweet, said the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought. Things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop! Stop!" And the little old man came running. But the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh-baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite. But the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily. "Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk." But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but the same devious fox? "Hello, my pretty. I was a friend of your brother's. Do let me help you across the river. Just jump onto my tail." The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper, "Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me? That's all I implore." The fox chuckled. "I promise, my sweet little tidbit." And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on, the fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. "Ooh, the water is so deep. Move to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," said the fox with a snicker. "Oh my, the water is deeper. Now, move to my head." No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple-looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd, riding the fox like a bucking bronco. The gingerbread girl whizzed past, singing, "He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come, follow me. I'm the gingerbread girl." The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could hear them see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfoxed the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. Now we're going to be gingerbread boys and girls. And we're going to do the ginger pokey. I'm sure you've heard the song before of the hokey pokey. So join me, all right? You put your right arm in, you take your right arm out, you put your right arm in, and you pull it back really quickly so nobody will nibble it. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left arm in, you take your left arm out, you put your left arm in, and you pull it back really, really quickly so nobody will nibble it. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right leg in, you take your right leg out, you put your right leg in, and you jerk it back really, really quickly so nobody will bite it. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left leg in, you put your left leg out, put your left leg in, and you pull it back really quickly so nobody will nibble it. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now, do you remember? You put your backside in, you take your backside out, you put your backside in, and you pull it back really quickly so nobody will take a nibble. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you take your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you jump back so nobody will take a bite. You do the ginger pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now check your arms. Are they whole? Check your legs. Good. I think we made it through. So, there's one more riddle I wanted to ask you. When the gingerbread girl gets older and the gingerbread boy gets older, so they can't run or twirl or even walk anymore, what should we give them? Candy canes. See you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. For me, January and February are gingerbread days. Enjoy them.